Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mack Flash Trivia. My name is Francois and I'll be your host for the next little bit. This is Seriously Trivia Live. Welcome one and all to Friday. Here we are. My name is Francois and I'll be your host and I will be guiding you through 2 rounds of Seriously Trivia, a play-along game show that I put on for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves and welcome back to all of our regular faces. Hello to all of the new faces as well, and hello to all the new people in the chat. If you've been, as they say, lurking for quite a while, I do invite you to come on into the chat. Don't feel intimidated. Everyone's nice and we're a really good community of players. Well, mostly. It depends on how late it is and how much we have to drink, of course. Tonight we're going to be playing some Seriously Trivia, one of our signature games, and the game that we play on Fridays. How is this going to work? Well, you're going to have to play and answer some questions, so I do recommend that you have some writing supplies, whether it's a whiteboard and marker, the preferred method of Mack Flash, or a notepad and pen, which is also quite good. And you can also keep a separate scoreboard at home if you're competing against the people in your household. We're going to have 10 categories in each round. We're going to be playing 2 rounds tonight. And you guys are going to be calling out the categories. As you call them out in the chat, I will write them down on my board in that order, and that's the order that we'll play them in. Every time a category comes up, you'll find 3 questions in there, which you will discreetly answer on your board or notepad. You'll have about 20 to 25 seconds per question to do so. Immediately after, I will reveal the answers, so lock those in and compare your answers to mine and give yourself points accordingly, sharing that score in the chat with everyone else and keeping a tally of your score for the final, well, the half round and the final round. Everyone likes to compare their scores. That's how it's going to be today. We're going to have a bunch of fun, plus the Little Foot Foods giveaway is in round 1 this week. We've got our shot of the night in round number 2, so lots of surprises waiting to go. Is everybody ready to play? I think so. Look at that. Look at these people. We got drinky, and it's Cookie Friday, and everyone's just having a lot of fun there. Perfect. Let's take a look here at your categories for tonight, starting with, of course, what's it going to be, guys? What do you think? What do you think? Huh? Life on the Chain Gang. Of course it is. We've got Sold at number 2. Mystery Bus. Songs in the Key of. We got Unusual, Quiz On, Miss Spelling Bee, Miss September, Miss Remember, not Miss September, that's a different category. We've got These 3 Words, and What the, and now people are already calling out their categories. Hoping definitely to find that one category that has the hidden bag of Little Foot Foods pierogies, that's right. I'm just gonna scroll back up a little bit here and take a look and where it starts. And it starts all with Mike St. Peter's. One day we'll have it again for sure. But we've got Chain Gang coming on here. Then we got Quiz. Then we got Sold. Then we got Rebus. Then we got Songs. I gotta make sure I get the order right because we wanna make sure we give it to the right person for the actual prize. Because it's whoever calls out the category first in the chat gets the prize hidden behind, but you won't know which one it is until we pick it. Misspelling. This takes a little while longer, and I'll have one day I'll have an assistant doing this for me. It'll be beautiful. All right. Here we go. Sorry, we're back. I'm a little confused. I was playing around in the studio today, and I moved some stuff, and now it's all exactly the same. I put it right back, but I don't know what I'm doing suddenly. Let's get started with the Chain Gang for LB. We're talking about your 9-pointer right off the bat. This is Life on the Chain Gang, the signature game for Seriously Trivia. In the next 3 boxes, I will give you 5 words. The 3 in the middle contain blanks, and those are the ones that you have to figure out. Now, the trick is you can use each word with the next one to form a common expression or saying. For example, here we've got Chain Gang, Gang Leader, Leaderboard, and Board Game. You're gonna have to do that 3 times in each box, and that means you've got 30 seconds per box as well. So that means you'll get 9 possible points coming at you, and it starts with number 1. Oh no, you can see that? I tried to hide the curtain. That's the one thing I forgot to do today. Forgot to fix the curtain. Number 2. And finally, number 3 in Chain Gang. Well, it looks like we've got all the categories written down on my board, and I'm pretty sure I've got the order properly. Yeah, we'll have to see which of these categories is hiding a delicious bag of Littlefoot Foods pierogies. And that's it for your Chain Gang for this week. 9 possible points going to your team if you were able to figure out the 3 words in the middle of each of these puzzles. If you're ready, let's take a look at the answers in 3, 2, 1. And it goes like this. We have direct heat, heat wave, wave hello, hello again. And number 2. That's it. That's it. I have nothing to say about that, which is rare. Credit union, union station, station wagon, wagon wheel. What? Why am I saying what weird? And number 3, bird house, house pet, pet name, name drop. There you have it. Those are your 9 points. All the 9 words in all caps. Give yourself a point for each of those. Let us know your score in the chat. All right, we are down 1 category, and we're going to have to keep this moving because every week it takes longer and longer to do this game. And last week I had 7 minutes between Seriously Trivia and the Games Lounge, which I will tell you right now is not enough. It's enough time, but I wish there was more. So let's keep it moving right now. It's all really my fault. I'm the one who talks all the time. Let's take a look at quiz on your next category according to what I've seen here written down. Quiz on stadiums. This is fun because it started off as a quiz on arenas, and then I found out the stadiums were way more interesting than arenas. So let's take a look at these 3. These are for everyone, but mostly for the sports fans out there. You're welcome. Some indirect sport. Home to the NFL's Oilers, that's not a typo, the NBA's Rockets, and the MLB's Astros, this location was the first multi-purpose domed sports stadium, and it pioneered modern stadiums as we know it. Sports question alert. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Number 2, although it isn't the permanent home to any sports team, this 90,000 person capacity venue in London hosts UEFA League games, the Rugby Challenge Cup, and many concerts. And actually, during concerts, they can get up to 100,000 people. And finally, what stadium in Michigan holds the record for most fans per game on average in a single season and has broken hockey, soccer, and football attendance records? My favorite comment in the chat right now is, little known fact that the Oilers moved to Edmonton and became a hockey team. So great. It took me literally 3 reads to get that joke, which is really bad, but it's a great joke. Let's take a look at your answers, and we're going to make reference to that as well. We were talking about the NFL's Oilers, which was not a mistake because they're all from Houston, and the location we're looking for is the Astrodome. Tell them about the grass, Frankie. Guess where AstroTurf comes from? That's right. The name AstroTurf, fake grass, actually comes from the fact that it was first famously installed at the Astrodome. Once the original turf died, they did not want to put in some real turf. There was a thing called Chemlon at the time, which to me, Chemlon is those like Weed Man, they come and spray your lawn, but it was called Chemlon at the time. And they thought that, you know, after putting it in there, it was very famous, it was very new. They took on the name AstroTurf, and it was named after the Astrodome. Ha! Ha! Wembley Stadium in the UK, the 90,000 person venue, 100,000 when it comes to concerts. And the Big House or Michigan Stadium, both are acceptable, breaking all sorts of attendance records. Give yourself a point for all of these. Yeah, Big House or Michigan Stadium will be fine. Hi to all the teams joining us tonight. I wish there was a little more time for us to say hello to the teams, but I did see the cutlery. I saw the San Francisco Potato Skins. Who else did I see? The Naughty Hookers are here. I saw the COVID Con Men, the Dirty Schwa. Oh, it's the Dirty Schwa broke up. It's Lindsay Lohan now. All right, well, Lindsay Lohan, welcome back. The Hackers are here. We've got the Boston Pizza Gang. We've got Sarah and the players. I don't know what to call you guys. You know, the Mixed Nuts are here, and Boom Bang Bing. That's how it goes. Boom Bang Bing. Sold is your next category. You know how I've been doing this thing, exploring careers in television, and by that I don't mean careers that I should have working in television, but television characters who have different careers. We've done politicians. We've had, I already forget, doctors. Well, let's take a look here at real estate salespeople, real estate agent. I know, you're thinking, Francois, how many can there be? Enough to write 3 questions about it. That's pretty much all I needed, really. I kind of stopped looking after that. Number 1, Juliana Margulies nearly passed on the role of Juliana Skiff, a realtor in what hit HBO show? Come on now, stop playing all the slow songs. Remember on Wednesday when we got to listen to real music? Man, that was nice. Number 2, which of the characters on the ABC sitcom Modern Family is a real estate agent? We're looking for the name of that character. And finally, on what episodic comedy show did 2 characters decide to become a real estate duo known as Hugh Honey and Vic Vinegar? And there you have it, 3 shows, 3 characters that are real estate agents in a television show. and we had questions about that. You can see how deep I had to cut in order to find those realtors, as some people like to say. Let's take a look at the answers for these and see if you're sold on these answers. Number one, it's The Sopranos. That's right, she almost passed on it. The character was named Juliana, like she was. It came, the character came from the same place that she came, and so she was kind of a little weirded out, especially when the character started doing heroin and vomiting on screen. And she was like, I don't know if I can do this. And then her friend looked at her and said, you're not gonna do this show for HBO for David Chase? And she was like, yeah, you're right. So she did it. Phil Dunphy, the patriarch, not the main patriarch, the patriarch of the Dunphy branch. He's the real estate agent in that. And It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Vic Vinegar, Hugh Honey, great bit. Heading over to the Rebus puzzles at this point after you guys share your scores, and we have a nice average of about 2 out of 3 on that one. We're leaning more towards a 1.5 here. Gloria Pritchett also becomes a real estate agent. Ah, well, that's very good to know. I did not watch enough. Does she do it long enough that she could be considered a real estate agent in that show? If so, bang, I will go ahead and give you that. Trained by Phil, who's got his own. I like I said, I watched some of the show, never watched the whole thing, but I read his ABCs of closing, which he's expanded to the entire alphabet. You guys should really look that up. It's hilarious. I read it. I didn't even watch the scene. I read it, and I could see him doing it, especially the end bit. Anyway, check it out. Let's go to the Rebus puzzles. Where we're heading. A little bit of puzzle action coming at you. Shnikes. I just realized I screwed up number 3 on this one already. Man, this is no good. I have an idea. Okay, we're gonna do it this way. Well, let's do the first 2, and then I'll get you to your third one. Number 1, well, let me explain the game. This is a Rebus puzzle. I just always forget that there's like 85% regulars who watch this, and then probably a bunch of people who just join in and go, who's this guy? What's he doing? Does he even know what he's doing? I know what I'm doing 85% of the time. All right, so this is what we're going to do here. A rebus is a visual representation of a common expression or saying. For example, here, if I have measurement, that's not even the right, that's a ditloid. I am all out of myself right here. This is just terrible. This is just terrible. Let's just do some rebuses, okay? All right, everybody. It helps if you read them out loud. Let's take a look at these rebus puzzles. I'm very sad. I'm very sad right now. Number 2 in Rebus puzzle. And for your third one, because I was supposed to reorganize it, it doesn't work in just text. It's a little more visual. Somebody said put it on the whiteboard, which is what I was going to do, except my whiteboard is full of all of your categories. So I ran and I got a piece of paper. Here is your third Rebus puzzle. See, and it dropped out just like the other ones. It's super high tech. Super high tech. I was very excited to bring you that one, especially, so I'm glad I was able to make it up because I was very proud of that one. Yeah, super high tech, right? I hope that at least after all of that, I hope one of you gets it. Let's take a look at your scores coming up. First, the answers to the Rebus puzzles. It goes like this. Number 1, we had eye candy. We had Ike and D, so eye candy, eye candy. Number 2, you can definitely expect less of this quality next week. That's right. Yeah, I got you roped in now. That's it. Let's take a look at number 2. It will all end in tears. It will and all were ending in tears. So it tears, will tears, all tears. It will all end in tears. Ah, see that? And last but not least, I hope you guys got it. It was misnomer, as in misnomer. So that's like no, but that's like a misnomer. Misnomer. Oh, man. Come on. That's amazing. Including misnomer. Somebody gets the hard one. I'm really happy. Curtain right here. Look at this thing. It's mocking me. It's just mocking me right here. All right, everybody. Let's head back to the front because we got plenty more games to play tonight. Get my whiteboard back here. We just played the Rebus puzzles, which means it's time for songs in the key of. Taking a look at your beautiful scores here. What do we got? Some 1s, some 2s, some 0s. It's a fake curtain. Mike, it's funny you say fake curtain. I was messing around today and I thought I should take a photo of my curtain when it looks good and then just use it on the green screen. So I'd have my own red curtain, my real great green curtain, red curtain used on a green screen. So I thought that would be kind of cool, or probably a waste of time. Let's move on to songs in the key of. This one goes out to you, people who like music. This is songs in the key of eating out. That's right. But I'm talking about eating out in restaurants, of course. These are 3 questions that allude to restaurants in the title. Let's take a look at these 3 questions right here. In what song does Billy Joel sing about a bottle of white and a bottle of red? No Mercy. Sorry, I'm reading the chat right now. I'm catching up. Number 2, what restaurant did Arlo Guthrie famously sing about in his signature 18-minute 36 song epic talk? Oh, jeez, Louise, why did I write it this way? What restaurant did Arlo Guthrie famously sing about in his signature 18-minute 36-second epic talking blues song from 1967? Ladies and gentlemen, the worst sentence structure ever. I'll tell you what I'll give you. I'll give you No Mercy. But I'm not giving you No Mercy because I show no mercy. What Canadian singer just wanted to go for a soda in 1984? Because nobody hurts and nobody cries. No Mermaids is good, but it's not a common expression or saying. It's not like there's no mermaids sign all over the place. We've learned to accept our mermaids, okay? We're inclusive of mermaids, and we don't want to live in a world where, if a lady wants to seduce a man and drown him after, that's her prerogative, okay? It's not because she's half fish that we have to judge the customs of another, society. That's who we are. We're not these people. It's enough I got about mermaids. Songs in the key of. Let's take a look at your answers coming up just about now. We had songs in the key of eating out. 3 songs about eating in restaurants. Let's take a look right here. Scenes from an Italian restaurant. Bottle of red, bottle of white. Whatever kind of mood you're in tonight. When I first showed up at Villain, started doing karaoke, that's the song I picked, and the owner, which we very quickly became friends, he was like, that's my song, that's the song I usually sing. And it's not a very common song to sing at karaoke, considering it's 9 minutes long. Alice's Restaurant. Alice's Restaurant, which is only mentioned in the chorus. The song isn't even about Alice's Restaurant. He mentions that in the song as well. And number 3, Kim Mitchell. Of Max Webster fame, might as well go for soda. Nobody hurts, nobody cries. I guessed Bryan Adams, of course, and as you should. If the question is what Canadian singer and you don't know, always write down Bryan Adams. That just usually is a very good guess. It's him or Celine Dion. Let's keep going right now with unusual, because I want to see these scores here. First, we got some 1s, 3s, 2s, 1s, 2s, 2s, 3s. It's all over the place. Let's take a look at some people recognizing some content here. After a while, sometimes I even write stuff and I go, did I do this before? And I have to go and search in the back catalog to make sure that it hasn't been done already. I'm just gonna stand right here and like block that white spot. Okay, unusual. We've been doing a series like this, and I decided to keep going. What did these unusual U words signify? But in this case, well, let's take a look. They're all going to start with the letter U, but I want you to tell me what they mean. Number 1, the adjective unabashed. Does it mean not ashamed? Someone who's never sinned? Or something in mint condition? Number 2, umbriferous. I love this word. I discovered it yesterday. I'm gonna use it. Umbriferous, it's an adjective. Does it mean relating to the navel, that it shades you from the sun, or it is easily melted? Umbriferous. Isn't it beautiful? I have a penchant for words that end with ferous. Vociferous. Ooh! Ooh, vociferous. It's such a nice word. And finally, uncinate. Adjective. Does it mean hook-shaped, putrid, or prominent? Uncinate. And there you have it. I hope you guys caught my post today on Facebook. I discovered a new word today. It's not a new word. They didn't just create this new word today, but I discovered I never heard it before. Hew, H-E-W, meaning to cut something or trim it or chop at it, especially with an axe like wood or coal. Hew, H-E-W, fun word. It doesn't start with a U though. These words did, and you had a 1 out of 3 chance to guess what they meant. They went from pretty much easy to hard, if you ask me, or well, hard to hardest. Number 1, we had not ashamed, unabashed. I'm an unabashed Britney Spears fan. That's right. I'm not even ashamed of it. I'm not abashed or unabashed. I'm not abashed or unabashed. We had shady, umbriferous. If you have some French in you, good for you. But if you have some French in you, you would have recognized the root word ombre, as in ombragé, or de l'ombre. So umbriferous, meaning it causes shade. So this tree is very umbriferous. This coniferous is quite umbriferous. Wow. And hook-shaped. Uncinate means hook-shaped. You have said of usually a body part. That's usually what they apply it to. All right. I should be bashed. Hugh Jackman. Yeah, you'd love to Hugh Jackman. What? That was your unusual category as we return back to the front end. Oh! It's a pierogi party. And that's it. That's my pierogi party. Hey, Littlefoot Foods is one of our sponsors, and they decided, hey man, let's do some giveaways. I was like, yeah, let's do some giveaways. That'll be fun. So we figured it out, and this is how we do it. This is how we do it. And according to my little board, the official Mack Flash board, the Société de la Sneaky Sneak, you were the one to call out this previous unusual category, so you are the official winners of this week's bag of pierogies from Littlefoot Foods. I will now I know who you are, so at least I can move ahead with that. I will forward your information, your name, to the Littlefoot Foods people. You can always just go there with a piece of ID, let them know that you won the bag at Seriously Trivia. They'll ask for your ID, and then you'll walk away with a delicious bag. I encourage you to purchase more while you're there, because you're gonna want to stock up. They're very, very good. They're very good. Thank you so much for that. Thank you to Littlefoot Foods for your participation. Hey, pierogies, away! I had way too much fun making that today, by the way. Way too much fun. Okay. All right, let's go. For more Sneaky Sneak, make sure you come to the Games Lounge later. That's right. We're going to be playing some games. It's going to be fun. It's misspelling coming up, Misspelling Bee, which sounds like a lot of fun, because how hard could it be? It's a misspelling bee. Like, all right, couch. See, oh, are you going to the movie later? This is sensational spelling. We've approached this before. Sensational spelling is when a company or brand misspells something on purpose to get your attention. For example, Cheese Whiz, CHEEZ, spelling cheese wrongly. We've had categories about this before. Let's take a look at 3 questions about sensational spelling right now. What 2006 biopic stars Will Smith and Jaden Smith and has a plot-inspired intentional spelling error in the title? Number 2, in sensational spelling, this once-a-year springtime chocolate treat has a subtle use of sensational spelling. And finally, number 3. What American fast food chain is under fire not for its misspelled name, but for its non-inclusive policies? They don't like mermaids, see? And there you have it, 3 questions about sensational spelling. It has different words, of course, but basically meaning misspelling something on purpose to get your attention in order to usually sell you more stuff. Let's take a look at the answers to these 3 questions about this in this Misspelling Bee. The first one, we're talking about the pursuit of happiness with a Y, and it's based on part of the movie where they see a graffiti where it's spelt that way, and it kind of stuck with the subject of the movie. Number 2, the Cadbury cream egg. It's kind of subtle. You don't necessarily notice it all the time, especially, again, if you're French, you might glance right over the word crème. But Cadbury cream egg, not spelt properly. Subtle. I don't know if it subconsciously actually does something to you, makes you want to buy it. I do remember them being way better than they are, though, right? And Chick-fil-A. Sorry to bring them up, but they fit the category. Filet is not spelt that way. Give yourself a point for each of those. And we'll see you back at the front. We'll be right back after these few seconds. Hold on 1 second, everybody. Sorry everyone. Sorry. It's the reality of this is the reality of having your studio at home. That's what happens. You sometimes you gotta take care of the kids, you know. You gotta especially when one squeezes the other one's head in a door or whatever, like bullet tooth Tony style. It was all an accident. It was fine. Very good. Let's move on right now. We just had our misspelling round happening right here. Curtain malfunction? No, it's not curtain malfunction. They're peering in the door. I'll tell you right now what's going on. They were peering in the door to say goodbye, and then while one was closing the door, the other one wanted to stick her head in to say bye one more time and just got completely smashed on both sides. She's fine. She's fine. The one who got hit in the head is fine. Okay. Let's keep moving right now with your next one. It is Misremember. This is a category that came at me in an email a while ago. We did a few. All about the Mandela effect. These are false memories, basically a weird sort of collective thing that happens when a bunch of people seem to remember what basically seems to be a fact, but it is in fact not a fact. It's not true at all, but everyone seems to be very, very convinced. Remember the Berenstain Bears? Exactly, one of those. Let's take a look here at these three questions about the Mandela effect. Do you remember a peanut butter named Jiffy or Jif? Do we need to send the authorities? No. They are the authority. Are you kidding me? Oh, is it? Societeta CCC says, how old is the youngest? It's a known fact that kids are made of rubber until age 5. Guess what? 5 until November. So I think I'm good. I'm in the clear. Do not send the authorities. Please do not send the authorities. Oh, not because of the kid thing. It's just, I am in a... anyway. What is behind the classic pile of fruit in the Fruit of the Loom logo? I mean, yeah, but yes, but not what I'm looking for. And finally, what classic Star Wars character actually had a silver leg, which most people tend to misremember? Misremember. I was sorry. I was just, in between these questions, I have nothing to do but think, which is, totally great. And I was just thinking about like how quick you guys were during the Rebus puzzle to be like, just draw it on your board. I was like, I love this whole problem solving team or community that we have. Like no one was just like, well, this guy is not even organized. No, if you were like, oh, do it this way instead, I was like, yeah, that's super smart, let's do it. And then the game continued, and it was great. I know, I think I'm gonna frame this rebus as a reminder that I have a really great community of players. Let's take a look at these 3 questions about the Mandela effect. That's not the right button, Francois, you know this. Let's take a look at these 3 questions about the Mandela effect. Do you remember a peanut butter named Jiffy or Jif? It was called Jiffy. That's right, Jiffy. Actually, no, that's not true. It was called Jif. It was called Skippy, and Jiffy's the wrong one. I'm wrong. God damn it, Francois. Jif. There you go. That silly delay. It's funny because sometimes I wonder, because I'm saying it and I'm showing it to you, and then someone's like, no, it's not. I'm like, sometimes I wonder if my words are making it through. So delete. It's Jif, not Jiffy. Yeah. Number 2. Let's go right here. Nothing. There's nothing behind the fruit in the Fruit of the Loom logo. A lot of people think there's a cornucopia or a horn of plenty or whatever you want to call it. There's absolutely nothing. It's literally just the pile of fruit. So we were looking for nothing. And finally, C-3PO in Star Wars has a silver leg. Now, you might argue with me because you're like, well, I have the C-3PO doll at home. And no, the doll was made all gold. And yes, a lot of merchandising got it wrong. But C-3PO pretty much has a silver leg until the most recent movies. I had to read way too much about that today. You do not get a negative point. You just don't get a point for saying cornucopia, because there is no cornucopia. And of course, that first one was Jif, not Jiffy. I wish I had some sort of weird, like some sort of marker thing that I could like write on the screen so that I could correct myself and make silly faces. We've got 3 categories, or 2 categories left. These 3 words and what the coming at you right now. I want to thank our other sponsor, Marcuterie. If you were here last Friday and you checked into the Games Lounge after Seriously Trivia, you saw me mowing down on some charcuterie, and it was delicious. I gotta tell you, I could not stop. I almost did a montage of screenshots of every time I was shoving something in my mouth, and then I ran out of time. So that's how good it was. Thanks to Marlena from Marcuterie for delivering that and for sponsoring the show again this week. Make sure you do check out Marcuterie on Facebook and marcuterie.windsor on Instagram so that you can order your own Marcuterie charcuterie kits to be delivered to your house. They've got all sorts. They've got some Halloween ones coming up with a bunch of candy and stuff for the kids. So great times. Thank you very much, and let's get going with some more games. I'm talking about it's 3 words. These 3 words are coming up. Another 9-pointer coming at you. The answer to these 3 hints all have a word in common, so I'm going to give you 3 hints. Each of them lead to an expression, and these 3 expressions have a word in common. So let's take a look. 9 possible points because you're writing down each expression with that common word. To play hooky, Uncle Joey's catchphrase, and to remove what's slowing you down. Number 2, Marmaduke type dog. Holmes as a sort of acronym, initialism, maybe a mnemonic, and an F. Scott Fitzgerald book. Remember, you're writing down each expression for a point each, so 9 possible points coming at you for this category. These 3 words, and here's your last one. Don't forget these 3 expressions here have a word in common. Pixar's Space Ranger, Shoe Fly, and the commercial version of this game. And there you have it, my friends. Those are these 3 words. 9 possible points if you were able to identify these 9 expressions that we were looking for. Let's take a look at the answers right now. Each of them had a common word, of course. The first one, the common word was cut, as in to play hooky, cut classes. Uncle Joey's catchphrase was cut it out, and to cut your losses, to remove what is slowing you down. It's one way. It is one definition of it. There are many definitions, I'm sure. Number 2, Great Dane. The Great Lakes. Holmes is a mnemonic to remember the Great Lakes. Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior. And The Great Gatsby, an F. Scott Fitzgerald novel. And number 2, Buzz Lightyear is Pixar's Space Ranger. To buzz off, Shoe Fly, and Buzzard. Couldn't even pay them tribute properly. Buzzword. Buzzword is the commercial version of the game we just played. These 3 words, in a way, I did modify enough so I don't get sued. Cut dead weight. Cut the dead weight. Cut the dead weight. Cut the dead weight. Your dead weight. Cut dead weight. I don't know. Maybe Buzzard. I love Buzzard. Cut ties. Cut ties is not necessarily something that's slowing you down. That's just cutting ties with, you could cut ties with anyone. Usually you cut ties with, bad people or something like that. Something bad, not necessarily something slowing you down. Cut your losses, cut ties. Yeah, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna give it to you. Yeah, poisonous, toxic people, exactly. Things that are tying you down. Now you're just gonna really push it, aren't you? It's all good. Well, that's it, folks. We are at the final category for this round. What? I'm just giving you some opportunities for screenshots. Sneaky sneak. Yeah, I saw what you were doing. It's all good. I'm a big fan of those, by the way. I love to see, hey, to me, it just means that someone's watching. You know what I mean? We got our picture category coming up. It's called What The, and this is fun. It's one of those categories where I've found the classic line in a bunch of movies. I want you to name the movie for each use of the classic line, What The? Used here. There are 5 of them coming up in animated form. Take a look at them and name the movie for each What The. To Ryan Reynolds, Okay, leave him alone. I love that movie. Man, that movie accomplishes exactly what it was intending to do, which is just make you laugh. They didn't want to win Oscars. They didn't want your respect. No, it just wanted to make you laugh, and it did. Let's take a look at these 5 categories or 5 questions regarding movies with the line, "What the?" It goes like this. Deadpool, number 1, the sad moment where he realizes he has that tumor. Number 2, White Chicks, possibly one of the, I've never seen the movie, but I've seen that scene 1,000 times for 1,000 miles, as a matter of fact. We have Predator coming in at number 3. That one was for, well, you'd have to know that movie to know that scene. We had Just Friends, the next, Ryan Reynolds, coming in at number 4. And we had Dude, Where's My Car? Love that movie, coming in at number 5. Give yourself a point for each of those. Share your score in the chat. And that is it for round number 1 of Seriously Trivia. 8:57. My gosh, it's late. Well, we're having a great time, and there's no worries at all. Thank you so much for being here. Please do subscribe to the YouTube channel for more trivia, and I'll have some more to say about the new Patreon account that we are opening up. That's right, there will be some sort of a Mack Flash membership happening as of next week. I've got all the details of that after the break, plus round number 2, your shot of the night, and all sorts of fun left to be had, plus Games Lounge coming up at 10 o'clock. Of course, feel free to share your score as you already are doing in the chat right now. We're going to take a very short break, just enough time to run to the fridge, get yourself a drink, refresh your mind, and come on back for 10 more categories of Seriously Trivia. Welcome back, everybody, to Mack Flash Trivia. My name is Francois, and I'm still your host. I am still here, and here we are. This is the Seriously Trivia, brought to you by Friday Nights, exactly. And thank you to our sponsors, of course, Littlefoot Foods, to Ganley Family Pools, and to Marcuterie for sponsoring the show and helping us out week after week. Speaking of helping us out week after week, let's not dilly or dally. The end of the show is going to be too rushed to do this, so I'm going to tell you about this right now. For those of you who were here on Monday, you may have heard this already. For those of you who follow us on social media as well, but some of you, this might be news to you. This marks about the 7th month or 8th month that I've been doing trivia right here online with you guys since this whole pandemic thing started. I'd say, a lot of it was to, to entertain you guys. A lot of it was to keep myself busy as well during these crazy times. But now that we've reached these times and that we may, it seems that things are not quite as over as we thought they were going to be, and that some of my even physical engagements have been now again relegated to the back shelf. I find myself at a crossroads where I need to start monetizing a little bit more. It's been my pleasure to bring you all of these shows for free, and it's been really great, and I do hope we get to continue this in the future. And this is why I am continuing, or I'm starting the Patreon, Mack Flash Patreon program, where basically we'll be offering a mix of free shows and of paid shows as well. You will see on our website and on the sheet during the break. There's a form going around that shows you exactly what you are getting for free. You're still getting the Mack Flash 5 for free. You're getting the quiz, the Mack Flash 5 quickie. You're getting Wednesday Night Live as well in there. You're getting the Movie Trivia Championship, our brand new show on Mack Flash, and you're getting the Games Lounge on Fridays at 10. For those of you who will be members through Patreon, you will also receive an extra game on Monday Nights Live. So Monday Nights Live will now be part of the Patreon program, and so will this show. If you are big fans of this show, I do please encourage you to come on in, join the Patreon. I made it super cheap. I made it so cheap that 2 days later I doubted myself and thought, man, you made it too cheap. It's $12 Canadian, it's $9 American, and you can, I know how you guys play in teams, and often you play in teams that are socially distanced, or maybe you're playing with your household. So I'm even letting you guys use one patron account for up to 6 people. I do recommend getting more than one per team, simply that if one of your members can't make it, or you can't get in touch with them, or they didn't get the link, or you didn't get the link, you can get it yourself, but you can also have access to all the other stuff for yourself personally. I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, but it is a big deal. I really hope to continue this. I'm gonna, if I wanted to do this for free forever. This is my hangout. This is me going to the club, going to the pub, and hanging out with my friends. And I get to be the guy who's asking questions and leading the night, but I still get to hang out with all of you guys, which is honestly, and I said it before, it's one of the greatest times of my week. Every night that I get to do this live, I forget that it's me in this camera. I see the chat. I see you guys. You're all in front of me right now, and I appreciate all of your support in the past, and I appreciate all of your support in the future. The Patreon is open, patreon.com/MackFlash. You can register now. It'll auto renew. It'll be great. It'll be just like this. There'll be nothing different except for the fact that now I can feel a little more comfortable doing this day in and day out. It's a lot of work, and this is all that I do. This is it. This is my job. So thank you very much for providing me my job. Let's get going with some trivia. Cheers, everybody. Oh, man. It goes like this. Just in case you forgot how to play, you're going to need a whiteboard or a notepad and something to write on, because we're going to have 10 more categories coming at you right now. It's a mix of puzzles and trivia. You're going to be picking the categories in the chat, so make sure you do chat them out. As soon as I start putting them up, you can start yelling them out. But don't forget, there are no prizes in this one, but feel free to shout them out so that we know in what order you want to play them.
We got ourselves, every time you pick a category, you're gonna have to answer 3 questions in it, about 25 to 30 seconds each. Discreetly answer the questions on your whiteboards or notepads, because immediately after it is answer time. I will reveal the answers after every round. You'll get to correct your own sheet or board and share your score in the chat, keeping a tally for the final category, where you get to share your total score and have fun. Yeah, that's right. Have fun. That's what we're doing. Potato Skins is not yelling. Potato Skins is not yelling. That's how Potato Skins talks. They're like me. I totally respect that. I get it. Everyone's like, hey, the all caps, why are you yelling? Because they're very energetic and they liven up the chat, and I love it. Let's play some Seriously Trivia, everybody. 10 categories coming at you right now. Former and ladder. I'm gonna tell you more about, guys, there's so much more to the Patreon thing than just the free shows. Like, there's twists and little things that are gonna make it like, mwah, it's gonna be so worth it. I mean, and if I don't need to convince you anymore, I'll stop talking. You just let me know in the chat. You can stop convincing us. We're all gonna be members now. It's fine. We got Dog Show coming in at number 2. We got the Hoi Polloi at number 3. Songs in the key of I Gotta Pay. Quiz on The Secret of Nim. Silver Screen of Nims. Hey, Francois, you could have separated those, not have the 2 Nims one next to each other, but whatever. Initial Reaction coming in at number 9. And What the Family Edition? Oh, wait, no. What the Family Edition. That's how that goes. Hey, your categories are coming in. I was busy reading, guys. You can't be all... Oh, Mack Flash Mike is teasing a Pixar full show. I mean, that is a possibility. We were saving it for when we got to return to the public, but you know, that looks like it's going to be a while. And one of the cool things you get by being a Patreon member of Mack Flash is you get a monthly themed, full-sized themed show streamed live, extra from all the other shows. That's right, maybe like on a Friday night or Saturday night, I mean, you know. Yeah, sounds like fun, eh? With prizes and stuff, in real music, in music clips, in videos. Come on, it's gonna be a great time. All right, and let's take a look at these right here. We've got Bing Bang, Bing Bang, Boom Bang, because this bar is so loud. Brad Libs. I didn't do any Brad Libs this week. What is wrong with me? You guys are getting a break. No Brad Libs. Songs after quiz. Then it's going to be potent potables. Can you guys just call out categories that exist? For God's sakes. Let's take a look here. Everyone wants Dog Show. Okay, well, we're going to be doing that 4 times in a row. We got I Gotta Pee. We get a Former. And we've got ourselves Nims. And then we've got some more stuff. Silver. We are silver. That's right. That was moist. And now you are. Let's go on to Quiz on. That's right, I said that. Quiz on cubes. I gotta tell you, round 2, definitely more challenging than round 1. Well, prove me wrong. Let's take a look at these assorted questions about cubes. What is Ice Cube's real name? Thank you, Pauline. I appreciate that. Number 2, question about cubes. AB, this one's for you. The movie Cube, a science fiction horror film about 5 people trying to escape a booby-trapped cube prison, hails from what country? And finally, number 3, whereas North Americans call them bouillon cubes, what are they called in the UK and Australia, for example?
And there you have it, everybody. That is your quiz on cubes. A little bit tougher, but hopefully you had someone on your team helping you out. Don't forget, this game can be played as teams. I do recommend sometimes up to 6 players playing together, but they are so fast that having more than 6 is usually it makes the game harder to play, because by the time you've shared all of your ideas, boom, the question's gone. Let's take a look at the answers for quiz on cubes. Number 1, we were talking about O'Shea Jackson. Frozen Waters. Frozen Waters. That's right. I'm trying to. Crystal Waters' brother, of course. Crystal Waters, the singer. Okay, never mind. Let's take a look at number 2. We have Canada. That's right. The film Cube. A bit of an acquired taste. I saw it, didn't like it, but I think I was too young when I saw it. Now other people love this movie, and it happens to be Canadian. And stock cubes, as opposed to Beyond cubes, they call them stock over there. So there you have it. O'Shea Jackson, Canada, and stock cubes is what I was looking for. These are your questions about cubes, baby. We're gonna have to step on it a little bit if we want to be done in time for Games Lounge. Not that I'm rushing you out or anything, but I'm hoping that you guys can join us as well in the Games Lounge later on tonight. For those of you who don't know what that is, well, this is where me and the Mack Flash team go back to kick back and relax after the end of a long trivia week. And how do we relax? More trivia, but we didn't want to work hard, so we just kind of take trivia and cards from all sorts of different games and take turns hosting them for each other and for you. You're welcome to join us in the lounge, and of course we have Robes Lounge, the very special round where you're welcome to join us. If you have a webcam and a card, you can join us live. If not, feel free to. If you're a little camera shy, which is the case for most people, you can just we'll have the round where you guys can just shout a question in the comments, and we'll go ahead and play it, and we're gonna have a bunch of fun. It was a great time last week. It's gonna be a great time this week, that's for sure. Let's take a look at your next category coming up. It is songs in the key of, and this one goes a little something like this. It's songs in the key of trios. We're talking about songs with from bands that have 3 members. If you're ready, it goes like this. This San Francisco trio plays on a set of custom minimalist instruments like a 2-string bass and a 3-string guitar. Look out! Talk less, smile more. But I like smiling, it's great. I look good when I do it. Songs in the key of trios. What trio founded in 1977 played a style of rock influenced by punk, reggae, and jazz, finally disbanding in 1986? Come on, potato skins. That's great. Number 3, the other 2 members would surely give it away, so instead, tell me what iconic 90s band Chris Novoselic played bass for. Well, other than the facts in question number 1, there was also a hint that I hope you were able to latch onto and figure out what band I was referring to. I know definitely a couple of people in the chat that are going to get this, definitely. And then chastise me about something I did a while ago just to bring it back because it's funny. Alright, songs in the key of trios. We were talking, of course, about the presidents of the United States of America. They play 3-string guitar, 2-string bass, and a minimal drum kit, and yet manage to make all sorts of very creative music, which is, I think, kind of the result of the minimalism. They are San Fran. They are definitely San Fran, and yeah, that's it. The Police formed in 77, disbanded in 86, came back for a one-off tour, in the 2000s, and that's the Police. And Nirvana. If I would have said Dave Grohl, if I would have said Kurt Cobain, you definitely would have gotten it. But Chris Novoselic, still known, but possibly the lesser known of the three founders of Nirvana. Give yourself a point for each of those. Let's see you back at the front for more trivia. Getting into the one that everybody wanted to talk about, the dogs, baby, the dogs. Chris is Croatian, says Sam. Ah, thank you very much. Did not know. Give it away made you think of Chili Peppers. When I wrote the question, I almost removed the words give it away because they made me think of the Chili Peppers. And I thought, I'm going to leave it in there as a little stumble, a little tripping block for you. It worked, apparently. All right, let's take a look at your next one. It's a dog show. Again, category number 2 has been about television of late, and I didn't want to change that. These questions are all about the family dog on TV. Let's take a look at question number uno. Filling in an already full house, what was the name of the golden retriever added in season 3? There are people on their couches right now going, oh, I know this, oh. I can feel it from over here. It's hitting me right there in the chest. Got a couple of people with that Red Hot Chili Peppers trick. All right. Number 2. What is the name of Meredith's dog in Grey's Anatomy, which she was forced to put down because of cancer? The dog's, not hers. And finally, number 3. Well, this is a different family, but what was the name of Linda the librarian's giant dog and one of Big Bird's best buds on Sesame Street? And that's it for Dog Show. If you see me, if you catch me laughing like this when we come back, it's because I'm catching up on the chat and reading all of your funny comments, especially when I just sometimes I just glance over and I kind of, skim it, and then I hit one that goes, yeah, what is wrong with you? And I know that was directed at me. It had to be. It had to be directed at me. Then I realized, it's because I didn't put Brad Libs in the game. Well, taking a bit of a break off the Brad Libs, you know what I mean? Let's take a look at these dog show questions, all having to do with dogs on television. Comet was the name of the dog added to Full House in season 3 of the original series. Doc was the name of Meredith's dog on Grey's Anatomy. Doc, go figure. And last but not least, Barker. Barker. Remember, he was this giant orange and white dog, very shaggy, and it was clearly 2 people in a costume. Very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable people, I'm sure. Maybe even 1 person, even more uncomfortable. That's your dogs. Give yourself a point for each of those. Let's head back to the front for some more. Draken's got a good point. I can see it being a while or not a lot of time between this and Games Lounge. That's all right. That's all right. I'm ready to go. I've got some great games ready to go. It's going to be a lot of fun. Didn't I say Barkley? Pretty sure I said Barkley. Yeah, Snuffleupagus was the elephant with no ears. It was his imaginary friend. Which eventually people could see. I don't know how that works. That's the magic of Sesame Street, I guess. Next up, I gotta pee. That's right. I gotta pee. Oh, look at this guy. Can you tell I had some time today? Because I made little subtle style changes. It's your shout out of the night, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Barkley, Let me take a look. You know what? Thank you very much for correcting me. I have no idea why, but my memory is terrible. And no, it could have been. I will take that. I will definitely look that up. Barkley versus Barker. I'm pretty sure it is Barkley, and that I made a mistake. But we all know that's very possible right there. Okay, there we go. We'll take a look at all that. Let's give yourselves cheers to everyone who has been. This is the shot of the night. I should explain. I hide a shot somewhere in the game. It's called the cheers of the night, the shot of the night. You don't have to do a shot. You don't have to get up and get some hard liquor. If you're drinking a beer or maybe a tea, or you're having a milkshake, some water, some wheatgrass, some whiskey, whatever it is, pour it in a glass, put it up in the air, and how about a cheers to everyone who's been here since March and has supported Mack Flash all the way through, from players to the Mack Flash team to our families to just everyone who's helped out, Dynamic Designs with the merch, and all of our sponsors, which if I were to name is going to be way too many, and to all of you guys especially. Cheers, everybody. This one's for you. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, yeah, that's... All right, here we go with your first question or your category. It's I gotta pee. Each answer will begin with the letter P. Take it away, Leo. Someone who knows and can use many languages. It's Barkley. By the way, I looked it up just now. I know you did as well, but you need like the official guy wearing the hat and the shirt at the same time to tell you that yes, it is Barkley, not Barker. And if you gave yourself Barkley, yes. If you wrote Barker, what a weird coincidence. Now we have a whole Barker. Keep it for later. Standard set of rules that allow people, organizations, or even electronic devices to communicate with each other. Twinsies! Me and Sam are twinsies. We're in the same shirt and hat. I just ordered myself a bunch of new merch because the first baseball shirts I got myself, too small. So now I get to give away a bunch of large baseball shirts, and I get to give away a hoodie soon. Maybe that'll be the October Patreon giveaway. Ooh, a large Mack Flash hoodie, you say? That sounds like a lot of fun. Number 3, as seen in the classic 80s comedy The Three Amigos, this word means a lot. Would you say? Jefe? Would you say I have? All right, well, let's take a look at these 3 answers that all start with the letter P that matched these definitions before I give away any answers. It goes like this. Number 1, a polyglot. That's another cool word, polyglot. Polyglot, somebody who can speak or use languages. That's the definition. Protocol, a set of rules that allows people, organizations, or devices to communicate. Did I misspell organization? Yeah, did I do that? And we've got ourselves a plethora. A plethora, I tell you.
Languages.
I will give you polylinguist. Polylinguist counts. I'll give it to you. I looked it up. Polylinguist, a person who is fluent in numerous languages. You know what? For the purposes of this game and for the quality that I apply to this game, I will say that is valid. That is a valid choice. So if you said polylinguist, good for you. Alrighty, there it is. Boom, boom, boom. Would you say I have a plethora of questions? All right, let's get through this. It's 9:27 and we got all of these left to go. Former and the latter is next, and that means we've got 9 possible points going to your team. In former and the latter, I'm going to give you definitions to answers which are one letter off from each other. For example, here we got chain gang, gang leader, leaderboard, and board game. You'll have some time to do that in the next one. You'll get a point for each one that you get correct. So let's get started. 4-letter word here. First one, a fermented hops beverage. Number 2, a colleague. And number 3, a chick noise. Number 2, informer and the latter. Come up with the 3 words that are one letter off from each other. It's a 5-letter word here. To pull feathers, foul noise, a timekeeper. Man, I got too excited. I got so excited putting Leo in the show today that I screwed up all my descriptions. The description for Rebus's was Ditloids, and the description for former and latter is chain gang. Oh God. You know, what a night. Oh, what a night. Number 3, 6-letter word. It's the UK word for gasoline. It's a routine area inspection. And 3, a word for a supporter. I do want to apologize for the mistakes in the show. You know, there are often mistakes, but the examples, as was pointed out, are all over the place tonight. I'm on a weird schedule. I've been thrown off this week trying to catch up with all the Patreon stuff. Anyway, I'm making excuses. I'm sorry, is what I'm trying to say. I hope that it doesn't harm the game too much. Let's take a look at your answers here. We were looking for 9 possible points, 9 answers, each trio 1 letter off from each other. The first one goes like this. We had a fermented hops beverage, a beer, a colleague is a peer, and a chick noise is a peep. Number 3, check. Let's keep going with that barnyard. We had pulling feathers is pluck. A foul noise is a cluck, and a timekeeping device or a timekeeper is a clock. And finally, petrol is what they call gasoline in the UK. A patrol is a routine inspection of an area, and a patron is a supporter. Subtle, Francois. Subtle. Thank you, Dave. It's very nice of you. Thank you for always being here and keeping the chat live and fun, and always bringing forth the most creative solutions. Thank you. Hey everybody, let me tell you about our last sponsor before I forget that I've got sponsors who love this show and love to help us out. Thank you so much to Ganley Family Pools once again for hopping in. They jumped in at the beginning of the summer and they are back now sponsoring the show. You know, this time of the year is that bittersweet time where it's getting cold. You got to shut down that pool, baby. You got to shut down that patio. Even the hackers are indoors tonight because it's getting there. It's getting to that time. If you need someone to close your pool still, if you're like me and you put it off to the last minute, call Ganley Family Pools. They'll come down, they'll take care of it for you. And if you got anything else, run it by them and maybe they can come back in the spring, help you out with anything that you've got going on. 5 categories, 30 minutes till Games Lounge. Can we do it? We can do it thanks to Ganley Family Pools. All right, let's move it on with your next category. Former in the ladder is gone. It is called The Secret of Nim. And Draken, you are now the timekeeper of Seriously Trivia. Yeah, that's right. Your job is to now be like, this is how many games are left and how much time you've got left. Hey guys, Secret of Nim. I've told you I've now gone and done this. I don't know what that accent was. I've now accumulated all of my fun homonym, antonym, contronym, all my nims in one category, and you'll never know what it's going to be. So the Secret of Nim, homonyms this week, one of my favorites. These are words that sound the same but mean different meanings. I'm going to give you a sentence with 2 blanks that can be filled in with 2 words that sound exactly the same but have different meanings. Fill them in order for the sentence to make sense, and you get yourself a point. Remember a few months ago when people were just blank to have someone blank their hair? I'm sorry, I'm making it through the chat right now. Holy jumping! Look at your scores! Like 999999999s. You guys are great. That's amazing. Okay, let's keep going. 99999. I just couldn't believe the hunting lodge dinner. Who serves blank tartare and finishes off with a chocolate blank? You have to picture someone wearing rubber boots, jeans, and a flannel coat. Or camo. And finally, the newest blank of this figurine would make a fine blank to his collection. This question is entirely about Mack Flash Mike, by the way. My favorite at one point I put it in my head that I was going to learn German. I did not, but I did learn this. Well, I learned the elements of this and I put it together, and this is my favorite German phrase. Ich bin ein Flugzeug. It means I am an airplane. I just think Flugzeug is a great name for a thing. All right, let's take a look at your homonym answers right now. We were looking for these. Can you remember just a few months ago when people were dying to have someone dyeing their hair? Dying and dying. Number 2, can you believe it? That dinner at the Moose Lodge, or whatever I said, the hunting lodge. Who serves moose tartare and finishes it off with a chocolate mousse? It's like the snobbiest hunters, right? Yeah. Number 3, we have this edition of the addition of this figurine would make a fine addition to his collection. I mean, I made fun of Mike for it, but guilty as charged. I just saw a nice Marty McFly Funko Pop that I just have to have today. Give yourself a point for each pair. 3 points coming here because they did rhyme. Once you got one, you should really have gotten the other. I mean, come on, really? It's not like I hit you with that one about Hugh.
Hugh's face turned a red hue. Shade of, no, I forget what I said, but it was a good one with Hugh. We get silver screenonyms coming up next because, you know, just like I wrote it Nims and Nims. You guys picked it, Nims and Nims. So right there. Let's take a look here. 3, 3, 2, 3, 3. This is great. This is great. All right. Silver screenonyms. You remember bantonyms, and you remember how last week we had the TV screenonyms. Now we have silver screenonyms. So it's like bantonyms, where I will give you the literal opposite of movie titles. Let's give you an example here. Your Orange Hell, My Blue Heaven. So I will give you the fake antonymy name of a movie. You translate each of those words to the opposite or closest thing thereof that you can think of, and you give me the real movie title that I was referring to. First one coming at you. Cowardly Brain. Rick Moranis and Steve Martin, right? Yeah, I saw that in theaters. Number 2, Barely Unknown. Never orange, always blue. Orange and blue are actual opposites in the colors. Red and green, orange and blue, yellow and purple. And finally, number 3, Fleeting Darkness of the Filthy Soul. Fleeting Darkness of the Filthy Soul, Mike's high school nickname. Everybody loves that movie except me, by the way. I know. Everyone I talk to goes, what? A bunch of you right now are in your living rooms going, what? And I'm like 2 of you are like, yes, Francois, I totally agree with you. It's not that great of a movie. But the rest of you are like, what? And losing your crap. But we've talked about this already in the Mack Flash 5, so let's go on to the answers. Silver screenonyms, let's find out what exactly what movie I was talking about. First of all, Brave Heart, Cowardly Brain. Cowardly Brain. You know, brain and heart. To me, I think those are pretty much the opposites. I think those are opposites. We got ourselves Almost Famous, which is really funny because Barely Unknown means the same thing. If you're almost famous, you're barely unknown. It's that cusp, right? Like I'd say one is like 55% famous, the other one's like 45% famous. Like, you know, when you're just anyway, that's my own. Oh God. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Fleeting Darkness of the Filthy Soul. Mind and soul, I think opposite ones as well. You know, sort of one is feel, one is think. Give yourself a point for each of those movies you got correct. Yeah, so it's that's the thing. It's like even though I used the Almost Famous trips me out because you got to think about it, man. I used the opposite of each word, and yet I ended up with a synonym of the movie. How weird? How weird is that? Right? I swear I sat for 10 minutes on my chair doing nothing but thinking about that paradox. The paradox that if you take Almost Famous and take the antonym of each word, you end up with the synonym for Almost Famous. Whoa, that's so weird. Hey guys, we got initial reaction, and then after that, it's hoi polloi or what the. No one picked anything. No one chose either or, so we'll have to leave it up to you guys. Initial reaction. Each trio of people share initials, share them all.
Barely Unknown, Total Recall. Oh my gosh, maybe. All right, let's take a look at initial reaction. I've got in each box 3 people that share a set of initials. The thing is, I'm not going to tell you that set of initials at all. No. You're going to have to take a look, and hopefully one of the hints will be obvious enough that you say, I know who that is. I know their initials. Now I can figure out the other 2. We're going to do that in each box, which means you're going to have 9 possible points coming to your team. All you got to do is all you got to do down ding dong do doom da ding down 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 diddly doo ba dee bop bop bop. All you got to do is name each person in that group, not simply the initials for these people. Here we go. Initial reaction is such a divisive game. Okay, let's keep going. Major League Baseball player known as the Kid, John's wife, mother of 8, and Amy Pond from Doctor Who. Bit of a tough one to get started. Oh, apparently somebody asked for what the. We're gonna be doing that one next. I guess I missed that. I am working on getting myself a bot that can keep track of that stuff for me. So you know, it's the future now. Let's take a look at initial reaction number 2. Harley Quinn. She's sleepless in Seattle. And the Bolero composer. Bolero here should be in quotation marks, as it is the name of the piece. Not any bolero, the composer of the Bolero. And Harley Quinn again should be in quotation marks. Who plays Harley Quinn? No, there's not much time to answer because that is kind of the challenge of the game. 9 possible points coming at your team. But I've heard your cries, and I will take a look at how long is on there. Maybe I'll bump it up to a little bit of a 30 seconds. Work as a team, see if you can figure out these next 3. Sorry Not Sorry singer, Rocky's Russian rival, and asshole comedian.
Francois.
I'm sorry, I was giving you a few more. I was giving you a few extra seconds. I was going to take a selfie for the Instagram, but you guys seem to be done right now. I've given you some extra time here, so let's take a look at your initial reaction answers. 9 possible points going to your team if you're able to figure out these 9 people that all in sets of 3s share a set of initial. Let's look at the first one. This one goes out to you, KG. You know who you are, the first patron of the Mack Flash Patreon. Carrie, this one's for you, KG. We had Ken Griffey coming in at the Major League Baseball player known as Junior or the Kid. Kate Goslin, as in John and Kate plus 8. The wife of John, which no longer the wife of John, but you know, for the point of the question in that amount of space, that's all I had for you. And Karen Gillen, my hardest decision: do I talk about Doctor Who? Do I mention she's Nebula in the MCU? Do I bring up anything else that she's done? This is the one I went for, Doctor Who. Give yourself a point for each of those people. Number 2, that was the toughest one. Number 2 is a little easier. We had Harley Quinn, played by Margot Robbie. Who's Sleepless in Seattle? Meg Ryan. It could have been her or Tom Hanks, but you had the composer of the Bolero. That's Bolero de Ravel, Maurice Ravel. And finally, at number 3, Sorry Not Sorry, big hit by Demi Lovato. Dolph Lundgren, I will crush him. That was a terrible accent. I did it better today. Dolph Lundgren, Rocky's Russian rival, and the asshole, quote-unquote, comedian. That is Dennis Leary. All right, there we have it, everybody. I'm being reminded that we gotta keep moving because Games Lounge is coming up in about, oh god, we got 2 games left. This is literally the closest we're gonna be. Woo! Let's keep going right now. We've got What the Family Edition is going on right here. 6.5. Sarah, please explain yourself. You guys know how this works. It is what the again 5 scenes where people say what the, but this time they're all from family movies. So let's take a look at these 5 different animations coming at you. It's What the Family Edition. Name these movies. Hacker half point, eh? All right. Number 2 coming up right now. What the Family Edition. Number 3. And there you have it, everybody. That is the end of the regular round for round number Family Edition. Or not round number. This is I'm just a baby. I don't know what I'm doing over here. But let's take a look at your answers. Okay, let's do that. Woo! I'm sorry. I don't know what just happened there. I don't know what happened. Apparently, my producer might be hiring someone new. I don't know what's going on. Let's take a look at your answers for these family. What the heck was that? I don't know. And what was that arm that was attached to the back of him? That's really weird. Let's go here. We got Wreck-It Ralph coming in at number 1. We had a few hints on there if you took a look at the gaming console. Number 2, it was Toy Story 4. I never would have known. I still haven't seen it. Oh, I know, I have to see it. Frozen, seen that one. Oh yeah, seen Frozen a ton. Never seen Toy Story 4 though. Angry Birds movie, and finally Madagascar. That one's really good. Give yourself a point for each of those. The Rafter Rat. Oh, I never told you guys I caught the mouse. I did end up catching that mouse. Remember weeks ago, it was possibly even months ago, when the show was interrupted by a mouse scratching? I found that mouse. He's living somewhere else now. Yeah, decided to move to the dump. Yeah, paid for his trip. Let's take a look at your last category. It's the hoi polloi, your Ditloids category. Thank you so much for keeping me on track tonight, and make sure you do join us in the Games Lounge after this. I will share the link in here, or maybe I can get one of the Mack Flash team to do so afterwards, so that this whole delivery is not so awkward. Share the link to the Games Lounge in the chat, and we will see you all there for some fun games, just like this last category for tonight. It's the hoi polloi, your Ditloid category. That's where the Ditloid description belongs. A Ditloid is an abbreviation or acronym of a common expression or saying. For example, here in the category of measurement, we've got 12 equals I in a F, or 12 inches in a foot. Let's take a look at these Ditloids coming at you right now in these categories. Neil, what the hell? Hi, Neil. This is an expression, 1P equals 1TW. Yeah, I guess we shouldn't complain about it being 13 degrees Celsius here, considering potato skins are probably going through some pretty awful crap right now. This one is a movie, the T of P123. And finally, song. IGB 500M by the P. And just like that, we are back after your Ditloids. You guys used to yell for the Ditloids, 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 right off the bat. And like, we just finished the night on a Ditloid. Can you believe it? I know. What is going on? What is happening? We are changing. We are mutating. We are adapting to the times. Oh. Let's take a look at your answers for these Ditloids coming at you right about now. And this is what I was looking for right here. Number one, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Number two, the taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Pelham? Pelham? I want to say Pelham, but I think it's Pelham. I don't know. Two of them, actually. And I'm gonna be 500 miles by the Proclaimers. When I woke up, when I know I'm gonna be the man who gives out to you. Or something like that. Hey, give yourself a point for that. And that is the end of the game, everybody. We are at the end of Seriously Trivia. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe for more trivia, but not only subscribe, don't forget to check out patreon.com/MackFlash. Become a member so you don't miss out on Seriously Trivia each Friday at 8. You will be emailed or sent an exclusive link through Patreon, where you'll be able to play just like this. Everything will be exactly the same. We'll be doing it through YouTube. It'll be exactly this. You just won't be able to find it through YouTube unless you have that link. So thank you so much for playing along today. Thanks for being great. Thanks for being patient with the mistakes. I hate to be rushing it like this, but trust me, that will also be something that we'll be adapting for the next episodes as well, so we don't feel too rushed. Look at all you guys. Shut up and take my 12 bucks. I love it. I am pasting the link right now to the Games Lounge. I've got 5 minutes to costume change, makeup. Hair wants to see me. My producer's he's not impressed. Did you see the mistakes today? He is not impressed. So I gotta go have a chat, but I will be in the Games Lounge. I will see you very, very soon. My name is Francois. I have been your host. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye. No, that's my daughter. The door doesn't hit me on the way out. It hits my daughter's head in like a vice. Yeah. Okay, bye everybody. I gotta go.